This is Let's Play RPG, and I'm here to show you how to randomize a Pokemon game. So the first thing that you guys want to do is you want to come to pokehex.dabombstew.com. Don't ask me how they came up with that website name, but /randomizer/index.php. Should look at this Universal Pokemon Game Randomizer. It says, welcome, the Universal Pokemon Randomizer is a program which will give you a new experience playing in Pokemon games. In the same vein as previously released randomizers, it provides a customized gameplay experience by allowing you to randomize many things, okay? So why use the randomizer? You can read about that. I'll just read the bold. It's universal. You can easily create the same random game repeatedly. It's thorough. There are small things it does to give you a better experience. It has screenshots of the program, Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, Generation 4, Generation 5. So, let's see, you want to download it by, going to the downloads. Let's see, what is changed evolutions? I guess it will, change made by the possible, change impossible evolutions. I don't really care. Oh, actually, I kind of do care, but this is actually pretty interesting. You can actually come here when you do randomize your Pokemon game. Let's say you have a Kadabra. You want to make it into a, and you're using the option to change it where impossible evolutions are possible. So in red, blue, or yellow, this is just a example. Your Pokemon is Kadabra. It usually needs to be traded to become an Alakazam. Your new method is to level 37 or up, so that's pretty cool. Gold, silver, crystal, you can actually read all about that stuff. Usually they stick to about 37, except for like Onyx, Scyther, Porygon, Clamperl, and Gorbis. Red, green, Diamond and Pearl, Platinum, all that good stuff. Alright. So, that's all we need to know about that, because I'm kind of dragging on the video. But yeah, so you're on the homepage. Click on downloads. Come here to downloads. Get it here by clicking here. I'm pretty sure I already have that version, but I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and download it. So, if you're using Firefox like I am, just go ahead and click Save File. Alright, it was that easy. It's already saved. So, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm actually going to go into the download location. So, I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We're back, and we're in the folder where I have the Universal Pokemon Randomizer 1.61. It's actually in a zip folder, so you either can use 7-zip, WinRAR, or actually Windows has the option now. I mean, I think it has it in Windows 7. I know it has in Windows 8 to actually extract all, but I'm not sure I want to extract it all, so I'm going to use WinRAR to actually extract it to a separate folder called UP Randomizer 1.61, so it's not a zip folder anymore. You go into it, it has a readme where it's got instructions, all that good stuff. But yes, the actual randomizer, the license, it's really long. Let's just drag all that down, yeah. And then it has, of course, settings that we don't really need to mess with. So what you guys are concerned with is the randomizer.jar. So here we are, no ROM loaded. You can actually load a ROM and actually randomize it, which will save it. Pre-made seed, not sure what that does. Update the settings, about all that good stuff. So I'm actually going to pause the video, get a ROM. I have so many of them, I don't even know which one I'm going to use, but I'm just going to grab one real quick just for demonstration purposes. So I'm going to pause the video again and actually get back to, or get the ROM and actually come back to this. So pause. Okay, for demonstration purposes, I brought out Pokemon Emerald. You can actually see it by where it says Emerald, and it's got the U for the United States. But I'm pretty sure you can also use other ROMs, including the English versions like UK, stuff like that. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm just using the United States. So what you can do is update the moves. You can't update type effectiveness because this is, of course, the Emerald. I'm pretty sure that's already doesn't really need to be ticked. If this is checked, the type weaknesses, strengths, immunities will be updated to the current set. Let me see what that says. It disappeared on me. For red, blue, and yellow, this means Ghost will be super effective against Psychic, among other changes. So since this is Emerald, the type effectiveness is actually there. Legacy is, instead of updating moves to their 6th gen stats, update them to the Gen 5 stats instead. Just says function of the old randomizers, but yeah. Don't really need to worry about that unless you want Gen 5 instead of Gen 6. Impossible Evos, you definitely want that. And then lowercase Pokemon names, of course. That just makes it where they're lowercase and they don't look all capital. Give National Index at start. You can actually get that and get the National Index at the start of the game instead of having to get the actual one. But because some Pokemon can't actually evolve until you get the National Index. There's the race mode where you can actually do a speed run. The no game breaking moves, so that means stop moves that break early game or early or late game being available in randomized movesets, TMs, or move tutors in the first generation. Yada yada yada. Dragon Rage, Sonic Boom, Spore, and every one-hit KO moves are banned. Alright, Pokemon-based statistics. You can keep these Pokemon with their standard base stats, which is what I usually use. You can shuffle them, random completely, and you can standardize the experience curves. Medium to fast if it isn't a legendary, or slow if it is. This will cause Pokemon to be better or worse based on their stats, moves, and type rather than difficulty of leveling them. Let's see, what does this say? Warning, this will break trade compatibility with ROMs that don't have this option enabled. Use with caution. So I usually don't use that. Pokemon abilities, you can randomize that. You can allow Wonder Guard, so you can actually get your Pokemon to actually get Wonder Guard, but I usually leave it unchanged so it's the actual Pokemon. Then your starter Pokemon, you can go unchanged. You can make them custom where you can actually pick them. I don't ever do that. I use random completely, but you can also use random basic Pokemon with 2 evolutions. So it picks 3 random starter Pokemon, and these Pokemon have to have 2 evolution stages, just like the starters in the real game. Usually I just go random completely. I mean, I don't really need 2 evolutions. And since they always usually kind of have a held item, I usually randomize that. Pokemon types, of course, like random completely or follow evolutions. Usually don't mess with that unless you want completely random types and you have no idea what type your Pokemon's going to be. Pokemon movesets, you can have them random completely, well, preferring the same type, of course, on the random one. Metronome only mode, that's making kind of a metronome run. It's pretty crazy, but let's just keep it unchanged. You can actually get every Pokemon starts with 4 moves. Can't really activate that in this ROM, not sure why. Trainer's Pokemon, unchanged. Oh wait, no wonder I clicked unchanged on the moveset, so probably can't activate that. Trainer Pokemon, we can keep the same trainer Pokemon. Usually I don't do that. I don't do type themed, but you can. This is your Pokemon ROM. If you want to play through it, if you want to record it, you do whatever you want. You can change this to random and this to random, and yeah, you can do whatever you want. So I usually keep these to random. I say he carries a starter throughout the game, so he doesn't just completely get random Pokemon. No, not on the similar strength. Wait times by number of Pokemon with him. I don't even know what that does. Don't use legendaries. Of course they can use legendaries. Why not? No early Wonder Guard. I never checked that. I mean, crap. If I want to go against a shit engine, I can go against it because the ROM wants me to. And I randomize names and trainer class names. That is nothing but kind of an appearance change, if that makes any sense. And then of course you got the trainer Pokemon, like I already said. Wild Pokemon, you can actually go unchanged, random, area 1-to-1 mapping, or global 1-to-1 mapping. I go random, but you can also do an additional rule. You can go similar strength, catch 'em all mode, type theme areas. Don't use legendaries, set minimum catch rate, and randomize held items. Usually I randomize the held items, but that's about it. I mean, I definitely want legendaries because this is a randomizer, and yeah, I want it random. Static Pokemon, usually I go random and completely. I want it to be just completely random. TMs, HMs, of course, unchanged. But you can make this random. This is your ROM. I'm not telling you guys that you have to make it unchanged. This is just my settings that I prefer to use. Of course, move tutor, I always keep the moves usually kind of unchanged. In-game traits, I randomize both the requested and given, even though usually I don't go for the in-game traits. I randomize their nicknames, their owners, the randomized IVs, usually I keep them the same. So, what's this say? In most games, Pokemon have set IVs, so clicking this randomizes those set IVs. And you can randomize the items. Of course, I randomize the items. I'm not really sure about the IVs. I'd probably just say okay on that one. healed items, you can shuffle them up or you can go unchanged, or usually I randomize them. I want completely random items. Like, I remember in Crystal I actually ended up finding a Master Ball early on in the game, which was pretty cool, and a Lucky Egg, so that was fun. And it's because I actually clicked randomize. I'm not going to say you're obviously going to get that or anything like that, but hey, you never know. So you can actually save your ROM, you can open the ROM, which makes a new ROM and erases these settings. So do not click open ROM if you have your settings all made out. You're like, no, I do not want to get rid of these settings. You want to click randomize. You can also save the settings or load settings, which are just pre-made settings that you made for another ROM. So you'll save it, and then let's say you open up a completely another ROM using open ROM, you can load it if you saved it. So you can actually just, let's say you want these settings for every one of your Pokemon games, you can just save it with the save settings and then load it on another ROM with the load settings. And then of course you randomize that, which is of course save the ROM. Not sure what this does. I'm going to press it, update settings, just how you update, and you can read about the randomizer. So yeah guys, that is going to be it. I mean, I know it was only a 4-minute video, but that's really all there is. It's randomizing in Pokemon ROM is like really easy, but as far as getting your ROMs, I'm not really sure if I can actually tell you where you can get your ROMs. I mean, I don't know if it would give me any kind of YouTube trouble or YouTube jail or anything like that. I doubt it, but I'll tell you this: go to Google, search up ROMs. You can usually search like, let's say you want Pokemon Emerald, search Pokemon Emerald ROM. You'll find a ROM, download the ROM. There you go. That's really all there is to it. So yeah guys, I think that's pretty much going to be it for this little video. So yeah, I guess see you all in the next video. So until then, see you guys next time.